Hello, everybody out there on the internet. This is not Tekken Master. We decided to switch it up a bit. This is the Great Buff Larkin. Isn't it nice to switch things up? 41 episodes into this thing, and we finally switched it up and made it number 42. Me doing the introductions. Today, we're going to have a very interesting conversation. We talked to Tekken about why E3 was the greatest thing ever, and we also talked to Tekken about why he has an issue with everybody. And we also talked to Tekken about, about why he's slowly slipping into madness down there in the lovely state of Kansas. But without further ado, let me introduce you to the man who has all the crowns but never frowns. The big T himself, Tekken Master. Tekken, how are you today, good sir?
I'm doing fine, and
All the crowns but never frowns. This is a man. This is a man who. Okay, let's take a walk back. Hey, sorry to interrupt you, Tekken. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Excellent. Okay, that's all I need to hear. Now, let's take a walk back on Fall Guys. All right, 6 months ago. All right, you were a man possessed. You were crown. Oh, Tekken, what'd you do this weekend? Got 85 crowns. Oh well, that's fantastic, Tekken. Oh, well, I could have got 100, but I had to sleep. And that's what started the whole not sleeping thing for Tekken since then. But now let's fast forward 6 months now. And last night you told me, and you broke my heart when you said it. You said this game is a piece of junk.
I didn't say that.
Well, close enough. Now I didn't say
Listen,
it. I quoted you.
close
You
enough
said
for
this is
you
a
is like if
piece of
it's in the
trash.
same solar system.
Yes, but not Uranus. Now, now, my question to you is, why are you ripping apart a game that you love so much? Oh, wait, that's what you always do. But go
Uh,
ahead, tell us why you hate this game now.
First off, I don't love this game. I don't know if I ever loved this game. It
Yes, you
was
did.
it was a nice freebie that was just like a nice, lighthearted, stupid fun romp with cartoony
Yep,
bean-shaped characters in the middle of
yep.
a pandemic. So I was like, oh, something nice and lighthearted to like take the edge off of all the dying every day. Um,
Mm, that's some good thinking behind that, Tech. Absolutely. Takes my mind off the dying. All right, let's go win some crowns. Every every time Tekken won a crown, nobody died. That was his motive.
what?
Took my mind off the dying. No, that's right. Everybody dying outside. The zombie apocalypse will be a very interesting time for you, Tekken, because you'll be there playing video games while everybody's dying, turning into zombies outside. You're like, that's all right. I'm still winning. As long as Tekken's winning, the world is winning, I guess is what Tekken's trying to say. So that's good. Same solar system. There you go. But now you turn around and you're just beat the living tar out of this game. You beat it. You beat it with a stick. How much you hate Fall Guys right now. Why?
I did whatever, dude. You're completely like exaggerating
Exaggerating?
all the
Okay.
things right now. But
Okay, what'd you say last night? You say this you're not
I
having
said
any
I
fun
can't
anymore.
wait to find a game that I can replace this with because I'm kind of sick of it, or something to that effect. I mean,
Okay,
it's on
but
stream. You can go look it up. It's whatever, dude. But like, it's something to
this
that effect.
is Fall Guys is probably the best freebie PlayStation has ever given out
That's definitely wrong.
that has had so many people still playing it to this day.
I'm pretty sure it's not correct. But
That doesn't involve shooting people in the head.
okay. Well, that might
That there you go.
maybe. I mean, it's subjective, really, because it's like, oh, how'd you feel about this game? Oh, I liked it. Well, I thought it was terrible. So it's like, maybe some people like it, some people don't. So depends on
How could
how
you
I feel about it.
how could you hate this game? It's a beautiful game of
There's no
playing.
story, dude. It's like there's nothing to it. It's just like,
The,
okay, go get the crown, go
yeah,
suffer
the
in the matchmaking while you're trying to get
the
the thing, and then
basic
people grab you, and it's like, oh, well, this was a fun time, and then I keep getting grabbed, and it's like, oh, if I could just not get grabbed, that'd be great, and I could just, show my gaming finesse here and just
Oh,
be better than
okay.
everybody. But then someone grabs me, and it's like,
Okay.
oh, completely messes up my
Yeah.
technique. It's like not,
Yeah.
it's not a very fun time.
Yeah. You're like Randy Savage last night. You snapped into a Slim Jim because as soon as somebody grabbed you, you went all out. You went scorched earth. on anybody who looked like the person who grabbed him. This one person grabbed him. He said, "I'm just going to grab everybody who looks just like him, just to make sure they know that they grabbed the wrong person." You went scorched earth, and we were, and I was playing with you. I was afraid of my life, and I don't even live in the same country as
Well,
you.
that was
But
because there's like
eventually,
multiple times on like that one event, the stupid roll off or whatever the F, where it's like I get grabbed and it's like a hole is approaching and I can't jump over it, and it's like, oh, I got grabbed, I couldn't react, and now I'm thrown in the slime and eliminated. That was a great time. That was the best time ever. That was so fun. I should do it again. Can't wait.
yeah. Yeah, save your sarcasm for somebody who doesn't understand it. Now, here is my thing. Okay, how many crowns do you think you've won? How many of these
Uh,
tournament of champions do you think you have won? You've gone against these guys and you've beat them.
well, in total, I've like it keeps track. It keeps track. I have like 200 and something. So
200
you
and
know,
something. Guess how many crowns I've won?
one.
Two. You don't count, you're never going to count the one that I beat you on.
I think
You'll
we were talking
never
about.
count
That's what I
that
was
one.
counting. The other one that you
No, the
won,
one,
I thought was like one of your children won for you or something.
no, they
Because you're
were
like, oh
there
look,
with
look at that
me.
one. It's like, did you
Yeah,
really
look
though?
what I won. Yeah, my child was with me, and they got a backhanded slap in the arm because I couldn't believe that I actually won the damn thing. I was so shocked. I went, look at what I did. Oops, sorry. There you go.
Okay,
But yeah,
I looked it up. I have 267.
good. And I have two that weren't given to me, pity crowns by that. But the thing is, I'm enjoying the game more than you are. How is that? Being that this
There
is
is no point, dude. It's like there's
it's
like
the ultimate
the
point.
only
It is
reason to
the
play is to
ultimate
get
point.
crowns, and then like all the crowns get you is like outfits, and it's like, okay, I don't really need
It's
any more
the
outfits. I
ultimate
got
point. It's you against 60 other people for the number one spot.
I have nothing to prove, dude. I don't care.
And almost since day one, the big T himself, Tekken Master, has always been the champion of the earth when it comes to that. Every time
That's not even.
in the early months we play, and I'd be out in like first round, which is not surprising. But then I would wait, and I would wait 20 minutes and watch Tekken as he systematically defeated every other person in that particular game to win that crown. And it was a sight to behold. It was a sight to behold. And then just to hear you turn around and poop on it like you did last night, it brought a tear to my eye. I couldn't believe. My children came to me and said, "Daddy, why are you crying?" I said, "Tekken don't like Fall Guys no more." They go, "No," and then they start crying. And then it's like it was just a cavalcade of tears because Tekken no longer enjoys Fall Guys. So my next question then for you is, since you want to throw this game in the garbage, what's the next game you think you want to bring in? If
Well,
you had a chance to bring a game in, and not called Final Fantasy Online, but any other game you want to make a game night, because I know we got a 30-minute talk of Final Fantasy Online coming up, I'm sure.
whatever.
What is going to be the game you would suggest to get the gappers, the Gamers Advisory Panel people to play?
Well, Diablo 2 remake is soon, so there's that. That could be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Monster Hunter, but people will have bad taste apparently. Um, let's see what else. Borderlands 3 is out. Play that. Uh, what else is there? I mean, there's a bunch of like four-player co-op stuff. It's just like like what is your cup of tea when it comes to that? Because there's, like I said, there's Borderlands. There's effing that Back for Blood is coming up, which is like a Left 4 Dead. Well, it's not technically Left 4 Dead 3, but it's by the same the development team, so that's gonna be fun. I imagine. There's also that World War Z game that came out that is basically a ripoff of Left 4 Dead. So there's that. Um, I think, well, I wouldn't want to play this because F Call of Duty, but there is that zombie mode in Call of Duty Black Ops 4, and it's free with Plus this month. So there's that. And they've had other like free Call of Duties, and I'm pretty sure Zombies is not like a paid add-on for like most of the recent ones, but it's like I don't think I would want to do that. So pass on that for me, but other people would like it probably because it's so brain dead simple. Um, what else is there? There's effing there's Ghost Recon games. Those for four-player co-op. I mean that being said, they're kind of like just garbage or not garbage, but junk food because it's just like kill loot, kill loot, kill loot. You know, They're
Then
there.
that's pretty much
Unless
what
you're
you
into that.
describe, and that's pretty much what you described as Fall Guys.
I did
You
not.
not that
What?
not killing, but loot. You play
Whoa,
and you get
whoa,
loot.
whoa, whoa,
Trying to
whoa,
loot.
whoa, whoa! I did
Whoa.
not say anything about loot with Fall Guys, dude. That
Well,
is
you
not
said
even what I
you
said.
go, you get coins, you put glue to buy outfits and all that kind of stuff.
Crowns,
You
not
use the
coins, and
in game. Well, you get coins
in
too.
yeah, I was about to say like you get the effing I can't
Whoa,
remember if it's
whoa,
Fame or
whoa,
Kudos, one of
whoa.
those
I'll
two.
whoa you on this one. I'll whoa you on this one.
What?
What's your language, pal? This is a family
I
podcast.
just said effing, dude. It could
You
be
did it again.
what?
The children know what you're talking
There's a
about.
bunch of letters words that start with F. I
And
could
now
say it
they
could be
know what you're
fishing. It
talking
could
about.
be floofing, fooding, fetching. You know, it's like
I've
fill in the
never heard
blank of
you
what what letter F
I've
word you want it
never
to
heard you
be.
use the word
Because
footing.
I left it to your imagination. I didn't explicitly say the F word.
I've never heard you use the word fluting or fooding. And I'm gonna be honest with you right now. Never want to hear you use those words again.
Okay. Fork in.
Maybe fluffing. Maybe. There you go.
Oh,
Fluffing.
shut up.
Wow, aren't you nice in the middle of the afternoon with your language there? Wow. Make sure to remind you to keep doing these podcasts at 9 in the morning when you're half tired. That's good. Now that you put a couple hours of sleep in, you look at you now, Mister All Aggressive.
Um,
Yeah, the man at the bottom of the stairs is aggressive today. That's good.
there's also the Division. Division 2 is pretty. I mean, it's a competent loot shooter game, but like story's like not exactly something to write home about. So yeah.
Yeah.
Um, let's see what else is there. There's so many co-op games lately. Oh well, Anthem, but it's dead, so pass on that. Fallout 76, if that's your cup of tea. That Elder Scrolls Online game also is like free to play apparently, but
Only fake
eh.
Americans like Fallout 76.
Oh
And, and,
man.
and, and if she's gone this far into the podcast. Hello, Annette.
Oh man.
Make sure you put that in the mentions. Put that in the time frame. Special message to fake Americans. That's okay. All
um
right. Go ahead.
let's see. Yeah, there's like a bunch of I mean the thing is like most of the games that are
I
co-op are
don't know
like
why
four
she
player
I don't know
co-op
why she has a problem with
and they're
me.
like capped at 4 player co-op. So it's like it's hard to find like games that have like higher than a 4 player threshold on their co-op stuff. And then
Yeah.
even though Destiny 2 is like free with Plus, I don't believe you got it. And then like, even then that game is trash, so you wouldn't want to play it anyway. And it's like it's free to play now, but it's like there's 6 player activities, but it's like I don't really feel like struggle buzzing through raids with people that are probably not up to par on
Your
that type of
standards
activity.
up to your gaming standards. Unless you're comedy relief, Tekken doesn't want you playing with them. That's for sure.
That's not true.
Jump in the backpack, boys. Tekken's taking us to the finals. Absolutely. Backpack. Now, this podcast is all just about uh inside jokes. That's all this is now. That's good. I'm glad we've regressed all the way to that. Anyway, I don't know why Annette is upset with me. She's always upset with me for some reason.
Oh, there's
Because she's a fake American.
Virtua Fighter whatchamacallit was free recently. So, we could just have like a lobby of like, all of us beating the crap out of each other in that one. So there's that too.
Yeah. Yeah. Tekken's picking his favorite games. Hey, let's play this one. Hey, I
Yeah, I
play
didn't
this one.
say
Let's play
Tekken,
this
I
one.
said Virtua Fighter, just saying.
It doesn't matter. You still, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, let's play this game. Yeah. I've never played this before. Kick, punch. Oh, sorry. I guess I did.
And then also you
Anyway,
said something and it made me think like, it would be great if,
PGA
no, you didn't
2K21.
say that. But it would be great if, we had fully backwards compatibility on PS5. And then we wouldn't be limited to just PS5 and PS4 games. And be like, oh man, was or I guess like, in a dream scenario where like the PS2 server games are still
Or still
online.
around.
We
Yeah.
could play some, SOCOM, Burnout 3, SSX. Ooh, SSX3.
Tricky.
SSX3. Pour one out. Love that game.
Tricky. Tricky. Now, I'm going to say this. about SOCOM. Yeah,
Some
we
siphon
say it
filter omega
is, but
strain. Monster Hunter One. Sorry, continue.
are you done?
I mean,
Are you
there's
hung
so
up?
many, dude. Like there's like a golden age before the now time when you had to have like a USB adapter on your headset
Oh God.
and like hold down the button to say something, and you hear a beep, and it's like,
Yep.
oh man, this is the future.
And yeah, and by that time, what you wanted to say didn't mean anything back in the
What?
yeah. Yeah. Get out from down there. Yeah, it's already too late. Anyways,
Oh yeah, that's right.
oh yeah.
Cause it's push to talk, so it's like you can't instantaneously just be like, oh no, behind you. Ah, it's
Yeah.
like, oh, they're dead.
Oh no, what are you two doing in the corner over there? Like
Or like
that's
even
becoming
effing like there was that Resident Evil co-op game, the effing
foofing, fluffing.
Resident Evil Outbreak.
Every time you say
There's
effing,
there
I'm just
hasn't
gonna
been a.
say
I mean, there's been
fluffing.
like two-player co-op Resident Evils, but there hasn't been like legit online co-op Resident. I mean, wait, was there that one? I'm trying to think. Oh, there's that garbage mode in Resident Evil 3, but f that crap. That's like, I didn't buy that game to
Fluff
play
that
that. I
crap.
bought it to play RE3
Fluff
remake.
that
I'm
crap.
just saying. So
Fluff that crap. Make that the title of our podcast.
no,
There you go.
we don't have
Fluff
titles
that.
anymore. Every time you say that, it's like,
And you
dude,
need to.
it's numbers.
That's what
No, this is
sucks
why I put
brings in the
numbers in,
fish.
so I wouldn't have to think about titles every episode.
I'm the guy that comes up with the titles. Fluff that crap. That's gonna be called. Anyways, so enough of I don't your hatred for games. You love
What are
them,
you
but you hate
talking
them.
about?
You have a hatred for video games.
That
You
whatever.
love
Not
you
true.
love Destiny, and Destiny you hate it now. I'm even surprised I even got the word out, though you screaming
That
at
is
me.
that is a very specific circumstance of a love-hate relationship with the game, and
Yeah,
f that game for the record because it's effing
love.
garbage. And after
Yeah,
playing Final Fantasy 14, it's like I can tell you three words that I would use to describe Destiny or Destiny
fluff
2
that crap.
would be
Fluff that.
uh wannabe or wait crap, I had this in my head before because I was gonna say it at some other time in my chat with Tekkens, but like it's a basically just a trash wannabe in MMO. That's it. Those are three words.
Wow, that hurts. That hurts. So, now that you've gotten all the venom out of your system,
Oh, it's not out, buddy.
it's just still in
There's
there.
still plenty left in the tank.
Let's talk about well, since let's point that venom to something very near and dear to your heart, which is PlayStation's State of Play, which was last couple of days came out,
Yesterday. It was yesterday, dude.
well, it depends on when people listen to this.
Oh,
Now,
well, for us, it was yesterday. If you're listening in continuity, there you go.
in, yeah, and if you're listening in continuity, yeah, you're drunk. Anyway, so let us know what you feel about those games and how much you hate them. Go ahead.
I don't have any hatred for them. It's just like I don't care about any of them except for. I mean, here's the thing, dude. Is like it's not that I don't care. It's just like I know I'm not gonna buy them, so it's like I don't really. It's like I have no interest. So it's like whatever, dude. So except for Project Hammer or Fist or whatever the f, and Sifu. It's like, well, I already played Death Stranding. I'm not gonna spend extra money if I can't get a free upgrade. F that crap. And then there's like some effing whatchamacallit battle royale. It's like I don't do battle royale, so it's like no thanks. Moss 2 didn't play the first one, even though I got it for free, so it's like, Or I got it like there's like that play at home thing. I think it was free, and I still haven't played it, dude. There's like a bunch of VR stuff I haven't played because I just haven't hooked my headset up, and it's not something I'm gonna be doing anytime soon because I'm just not really. I'm kind of like over VR, so it's whatever. Um, there's that jet game, but it is not what I thought it would be. It looks very exploratory and possibly abusive on the enemies that will destroy you. As you're like, oh, kind of going to go out and explore. Oh man, oh no, there's stuff out here that wants to kill me. So also like weird, unnecessary dream sequences. I'll say before the fact of like even know anything. We just it was like, why did they add that? It's like I mean I guess that's what your narrative team thought, but whatever, man. What else was there? Oh,
It was
Deathloop.
was
Whatever.
that
No, I don't care
yeah
about Deathloop. After that game.
right. Okay, good. F that game. Fluff
I
that
mean,
game.
here's the thing about Deathloop, dude. It's like I didn't care before, so it's like I was gonna care about it after getting like a Every time they showed it, it's like I don't care. Like I don't care any more than I cared the last time I didn't care at all when I saw it. It's just
So
a
what does that tell you then about the state of PlayStation
that
when they bring out all these
those
games
are mostly
and you
third
don't give
party,
a
so it's not
flying
that is not even
fluff about it?
that's like a sliver, dude. That's like or that's a drop in the bucket. And that's like their approach that they've had anyways. Like they have something for everybody. So it's like if you're into that, go ahead, have fun. I won't because it's not for me, and I will be like, no, thank you, and not play something else.
But they threw out a whole bunch of different little slivers at you, and you didn't care about them all.
Dude, I just said Sifu and Project Fist. Those are two
Seafood, but
games.
then you went and you said seafood, but I mean that upgrade, fluff that crap.
And then it got delayed to next year. So it's like not going to happen anytime soon. It's currently July. That would be August,
Yep.
September,
Eh,
October, November, December. At least 5 months if it comes out in January. So not happening
Just
anytime soon. So
just wait till you see the
it's
Canadian pricing on video
in
games.
my brain on my list, but
Oh
I
God.
can't exactly play it anytime soon. So whatever. And
Yeah.
then Sifu also got delayed. Wait, no, I just talked about Sifu. Project Fist was already on my list, or it wasn't on my list. It was on my radar, and now I know it's coming soonish. So I'm looking forward to it. And then actually, I'm actually happy about that game because, unlike Metroid Prime, or not Metroid Prime, jeez, that's sad. Metroid Dread or Metroid 5, whatever you want to call it. That game probably won't be $60, so I'll be happy that traded in my Switch and can play a game of a similar style on my PS5 for cheaper, and of like of close enough quality. It's like we'll see when they're both out, but I call that an upgrade. So score one for me.
And then you're mentioning the Ghost of Sushi was coming out with a new.
Oh, that wasn't in the state of play though. But yeah, that's
Well, we're
d-
bringing up more
d-
things you hate.
director's cut. I didn't say I hated it. I'm just saying it's like well, I already bought it. I'm not gonna spend extra money just to get the expansion that is included when I'd rather just be able to get the free upgrade to the PS5 version. And it's like, oh, I can't do
Perfect.
that. Well, I'll just wait until it's
Yep.
cheap because like I said, I can earn. I haven't said this
Uh,
this episode yet, but with all the games I have, because I've got so many, I can just wait it out until the price drops. So I think I'll just wait it out on that one until it's super cheap, and then maybe if I'm lucky, I'll wait years until it's free with Plus, where there's like a flash sale and it's $5, and it's like, oh, look at that.
fluff, fluff that crap.
I mean, that was my favorite game last year, so it's like that's kind of a bummer. I mean, I might still get it just to get the expansion, but it's like I'll wait and see like how much is included. Cause it looked like there was just one extra island, and I yeah, I have to be very choosy with my my purchases right now. So it's like yeah, and Horizon is hopefully this year, and if it's not, that's no big deal because it's that's the next big game that I'm looking forward to. So I've got plenty of stuff to look forward to.
Okay. So let's talk
Even though I
about.
guess I hate every game, because I hate all games.
You do, you do. Don't worry, their time will come. They've survived so far under your butcher's blade, but eventually they'll all feel the cut. That's good. Now let's talk about something else you hated. Was E3. So how much did
I
you hate
didn't hate
E3?
E3, dude. It was just not good this year, and it was like you could just
Why?
tell that they probably should have either delayed or canceled, or like had some sort of like called it something else or something. I don't know, or just I mean, I guess they could. I mean, I guess they tried to salvage it, but it's like it was like from like seeing like how it turned out, it was never going to like live up to its legacy. So it was just like it felt like a dollar menu. Like this could have been an email E3. It was just not a good E3, dude. Like, I mean, for the most part, it was not good. But like, if there's like a lot of small indie retro vibe games. So if you're into that, I mean that that space is saturated. So it's like there's plenty before and there's plenty on the horizon. So if you're looking forward to that type of stuff, you're probably a happy person. I do enjoy those, but like they're not like one of my favorite go tos. So it's like so I'm looking forward to some of those, but like not all of them because they're not all the same stuff. Or they don't all play the same. That's what I'm trying to get at. They're not. It's not like they're all the same game. So there's something for everybody. I'm sure if you're looking forward to something of that nature from those games in that genre, but unless that's like your favorite genre of games, then you probably were like, well, E3 was kind of a letdown this year. So
So they canceled it last year because of COVID, right? They didn't
Yeah.
have one.
Well, it was canceled, but there were still reveals. Like everybody did like digital presentations of games.
Yes, that's true. Should they have done it this year as well, or
Yes,
just because you can't cancel
that's the style
E3?
that they should. That's what they should have did because all the stuff that they did that was shown was just like more of that essentially, or it felt more like that. So the fact that they even like had like a weird stage presentation situation going on like every day with their host. Don't even get me started on that.
All right,
Was like a whole
all right.
thing. It was yeah. It was like
So
super. It was like super like it's like after the whole cyberpunk fiasco snafu, it was just like super like even though you did have like so much like like you had like a lot of spotlight on smaller games, like there was it just felt very even more corporate this year because of like I believe the last day started with I want to say Verizon and it ended with Razer, so it was just like it felt like very commercially, just tentacles of like corporate overlords just all over the thing, and it was just like, ugh, just but it's like more than ever like any E3 like I felt like my time was wasted on like watching a lot of stuff that I saw. I was just like, why is this even being shown? But I guess like that was like the thing with COVID. It's like it just it like messed up production schedules on like everything, I'm guessing. So everybody just like showed whatever they had, or whatever was like farthest
mhm.
along. So it's like you just got what you got. Like I said, dime and you. This could have been email. So this is what they had. And this is what they showed. So yeah,
So who ended up winning?
I would say
If there
Nintendo.
was a winner,
I would say
yeah.
Nintendo
Who?
just because they had new Metroid. So even though they did, and they showed Link to the Past, or not Link to the Past 2. That's funny. Breath of the Wild 2, which everybody loves. But then again, like like they have they have like the most I'm trying to think of like their fans adore them. So it's like it's hard to like not please their fans. It's like they oh man, I almost said something super weird. But yeah, it was a very low bar for them. So it's an easy win. And then Microsoft had like a decent showing, but it was like in my brain I'm still like not convinced that they've got the output as far as first party goes. And then all this, and then like it's like it's also weird because like they did the thing that they always do where they lean into their whole like console launch exclusive or whatever exclusive or whatever, and it's like they're also just like they it's like I get it about Game Pass, dude. Like I am a proponent of Game Pass as well, but it's like you don't have to like every game before you show it. Day one on Game Pass. It's like, okay, I get it, dude. Like just show me the game, please. So also oh yeah, here's the other thing. So we're in a new console generation, and there was a lot of like red flag for me. It's like there's no gameplay in the trailer. It's just like CG. Here's a concept, proof of concept, whatever, and there's no gameplay and there's no release date. So it's like I feel like a lot of the stuff that was shown is still pretty far off, and that was the other thing. It's like there's not a lot of stuff coming this year, but next year for sure, if things stay on schedule. And even then, it's like I imagine stuff is like being worked on because it was because of COVID. It's like, oh well, this isn't coming out anytime soon, so now it's like even longer down the road. So it's 2022, 2023. I imagine going to be a pretty good year if you're a fan of video games.
Hmm. Uh, okay. There you go.
Oh,
So
also thought it was funny because like Nintendo was like a no show with their new Switch, but then like they just like surprised announced it this week. But then but then it's like the blowback from like the lack of features as far as like all this is really a new screen with a LAN port and like the price I believe is either this it's like 350. I think a Switch is 300, so it's only $50 more. And then so it still undercuts the price on PS5 and Series X. Not so much Series Y or is it Y? S Series S. Jeez, I effing Microsoft. Series S is 300, so it doesn't quite undercut Series S, but it doesn't really do anything different. It's just different color, or a new color because I'm sure they can make it in the other versions. And then new screen, that's better, and we'll see if that translates to like better battery life or whatever. But for the most part, nothing really different. And that made me happy because I traded my Switch and it was like, good thing I did it now and the price was not diminished by this because that would have sucked.
Well, there you go. Anyways, what is your issue?
I'm sorry. The way you like start that out, it's just like, oh, the way you're like framing that already is just like, oh, oh, Tucker, why do you hate everything? Continue.
What's your problem with
Spit it out.
the
Jeez.
the outside world?
It's dangerous. It's not a fun time. There are people who are like the most dangerous creatures on the planet. Um, what-
Republicans?
all of them.
Oh, there you go.
Not just Republicans, everybody. But
That's right. That's right. Spread the hate. That's right.
let's see. The environment is basically like collapsing in front of our eyes. So it's like I don't even know if the like air quality is like, you know, worth going out there to like test and be like, oh, is it still? How bad is it? It's like, oh, I don't want to be, I don't want to be the first penguin on that one, or I don't want to be, the one taking the bullet on that one. So pass on that. It's also the summer, middle of summer. It's effing hot. So f that crap. No, thank you. I was just out there. I was like, yeah, effing hot. So yeah. Um, I'm just an inside person. I'm just like I like to be inside and not outside. And I like all the things I can do inside are basically you know I'd rather be inside doing the things I do inside versus outside doing outside things because I'm not an outside person. So there you go.
Okay. So, with that being said, and we've gotten most of our gaming, how is the gaming going with Final Fantasy? And I'm going to put you down for a 5-minute conversation on that. How's Final Fantasy going?
It's going fine.
All right, well, hold on. Let me time this. All right, I'm gonna put this on the official timer. All right, and I want you to tell me everything that's happening in at least 5 minutes, starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, everything's going good. Final Fantasy 15. I'm sorry, 14. I just finished the Stormblood expansion. I'm not into post Stormblood yet, but I'll be there soon because my 90-day buff on my road to 70 runs out next week sometime, and I've got almost everything to 60 except for my crafters and gather. Well, no, my gathers are there. My crafters aren't there yet. And then from 60 to 70, it's not that hard, so I'm not like bummed out. I didn't get to 70 on everybody, but then even then, I got my machinist to 80, so I'm gonna have like a temporary or not temporary, a permanent armory boost on all my sub 80 characters until they're 80. So that's cool. Um, and then as far as like the Disciple of Magic and War classes, I just need to get my warrior and paladin, or however you say paladin, paladin, up to 60.
Paladin.
And then blue mage as well. But blue mage is like whatever, it's limited class, so I kind of don't care anymore. I kind of regret the time I spent on my blue mage to get it leveled up, but it didn't take that long, so it's not that bad. So yeah, just the crafters got to get to 60, and then I've got my fishers at 71 or 72, so they're almost 80 as well on that side. Um, and I believe my miner and botanist are both like 63, so they're pretty up there. I can get them to 70 for sure.
What
That
the
that
hell do you need to have a botanist up there in the levels? What do they offer you when you max them out?
well, Buff, if you knew anything about the game, which you don't, I guess
I
I'll tell
don't.
you now.
Yeah.
Botanists is a gather class, so you go out and you gather herbs, wood, things of that nature, and then you use a crafting class to craft those materials into items, and then you can use the items. Or you can, make or craft. If you're not crafting items, you craft armor or whatever. It's like it's a very neat thing that they have in the game where like the inventory system, as far as like consumables and equipment, it's like you don't just have to work. You don't just have to like worry about buying it from merchants or from the market board, which is where other players sell their items. You can just craft it and make it yourself. So that's very cool. And there's a whole thing in the game where you can just like, with each crafting class, you have like a whole list of like stuff that you can make every level or every 10 levels. And you can just go down the list and make stuff. And then like the farther in you get, I think once you hit 50 or 60, you get master rank. You get even more advanced recipes, and it's even more specific on like what you need to do to make them. But that's
Hmm.
what the gatherers do is they get the materials to make things for the crafters to make.
What's the worst class so far that you've seen in Final Fantasy? Like, why saying, why give me this? Why give me this?
I mean, I guess I'd say blue mage just because they can't do anything. Blue mages like you can't do any of the duty stuff, which is like all the dungeons and basically all the content in the game that all the other classes can do. The blue mages can't do. So they're basically just meant for like the open world when you're just going through the world and like fighting stuff. But they actually have like good skills if you can get them unlocked. I just haven't messed with it, so it's whatever. But
But
that's the trade off.
what
Is
good
like
are they
they're
then?
really good. I mean, if there's some like well, you get like hunts, and so there's like monsters that are like really strong that you get like some decent rewards for after you have to probably grind them a bit to like get the currency. But they can take down like the tougher stuff a lot easier than the normal classes. But the trade off is you can't use them in the like actual game content because they're too OP, and
Okay.
that's the trade off.
Well, then don't use them. There you go. Why waste it? Perfect. Okay. So you said you did an expansion pack. You got that for free, right?
What?
You said you finished an expansion pack, did you not?
I finished. Yes, I finished the Stormblood
Thank you.
expansion.
I'm listening to
I didn't
you.
get it for free though.
Oh, yeah, I was just saying, dude. So I want to know if that came with when you bought the thing or if you had to buy it separately.
Okay, so what happened was, let's see. When I got okay, so I already had like the free trial edition or standard edition or whatever that. And then after I was playing it in the beta, because I hadn't played it, so I hadn't made my account. But then I was like playing, I was like, really, oh, I really like this. And you only get the base game, which is A Realm Reborn, and Heavensward, which is the first expansion. And so Stormblood and Shadowbringers are the other two expansions. But if you buy if you buy Shadowbringers, it comes with Stormblood, so you can get all the expansions by just getting like the latest expansion instead of getting the complete edition, which is with of all the base game and all the expansions. Um, Wait, am I forgetting one? I feel like is there three expansions? Yeah, never mind. I'll shut up.
And that
Yeah.
and that and that and that's it for the expansions.
Yeah, it's like Heaven's Word, Stormblood, and Shadowbringers are the three expansions. But then Endwalker comes out in November, and if you pre-order that, you get all the expansions when that comes out. But then I had pre-ordered it not knowing that was the case.
Yeah.
Or I had some issue where like I did that, and then I got like a refund from PSN, and I ended up getting all the stuff I don't have. So I have all the stuff now, but yeah, I have all the stuff. So but you have to like buy up to the expansion because it doesn't come with the base game.
Ah, there you
Because
go.
like the base game is just a level 60, and right now the cap is 80, and it adds 10 levels every expansion.
Okay.
And so in November it's going to go from 80 to 90. So that's why I'm trying to get
And
all my characters
then
to 80, so I can because going from 80 to 90 is easier than going from 60 to 90 or 70 to 90.
that's right. Good. So
I mean, it's not that
exactly.
bad though, because I found out from playing, I've got like a good system down of like how to get.
You
Well, obviously, since I've gotten like so many characters like leveled up so fast, but then
you
that being said,
you
that
bro-
was with the Road to 70 buff, which gives you like double
yeah.
XP.
You broke the system, so that's good.
I
You
didn't
you
break
you
anything.
figured it out and it's all good. Perfect. All right. So before we go on to the next thing, we're gonna take a 5 minute break. Is that okay?
What are you talking about? We don't take breaks.
Well, I have to. My family just got home, so I want to say hello to them. Can you hit the pause button?
There's not a pause button. There's a stop button,
Okay.
and I don't want to edit this.
No,
I
we don't
mean, I
need to
can
stop.
edit it if you want me to.
No, it's fine. Let's go on then.
Okay.
That's good. All right. So it's just my family. That's okay. Anyway, anyways, that's all right. I can
Well,
always
you're
get
the one
another.
that like effing
Yeah,
proposed this time, dude.
I know. Like I thought they'd still be on the road coming back, and they got home early because I guess they missed me. I guess I don't miss them. Anyway, so that's good. Hey, no, I'm just teasing. All right, so I picked up Just Cause 4, and of course I picked up the base game, and I said I'm not going to buy any of the expansion packs, just bet the base game because I enjoyed 3. I'm still playing 3, but 4 I want to see what it's like, right? So it's okay. It's different from 3, which is nice, and it's more like a strategy kind of game because the more chaos you create, the more armies you can collect, and that's how you attack different parts of the map, right? So I thought, oh, that's a little bit different, so that's nice. Um, it'll take me a while to get into it fully, but I am enjoying 4. I'm enjoying 3 a little bit more, but I think that'll come in time. Also picked up a PGA 2K21. I bit the bullet, picked it up on sale, and again, I waited till the next sale was on. If I waited, I would have got the whole collection at a cheaper price. But that seems to be, as somebody once told me, "Oh, you're a sucker. You should have just waited." And that person, Mr. Giggle Pants, right there. Absolutely. So now I have to wait. That's it. I have to play the waiting game. I see a good deal. It could be an even better one. Hello there. Oh, you came to see me. That's nice. Tekken wasn't going to let me come up and see you, so I'm glad you
What?
came down and see
Whatever,
me.
dude. I just said I would stop it and edit it, even though I didn't want to, because editing effing sucks. So
Uncle
that's a
Uncle Tech
lie.
Uncle Tech didn't want me to see you.
Whatever.
He's my real family now, apparently. So, anyways, so I picked up PGA 2K21. Very good game. Enjoying it immensely. It is hard. It is very hard. You can make it as easy as you want or as hard as you want, and it is hard the way I'm playing because you know how I am. It's just like a little bit like you. You play it on the hard level, and then everything else. As soon as you master it, you mastered everything. So that's what I'm trying. So I'm enjoying that. Might be able to get a game night out of that with some people. That'll be good. So Just Cause 4, very good pickup as well. That's great. But my question to you is, what's your problem with Biden?
That was effing random.
Hey, that,
Oh
get
man,
stop
where
it,
to start, dude?
Andy.
Let's take it from the top. All
All
right.
right, hold on a sec. I got to get something here. Okay, you go ahead. You go ahead. Start talking about why you're mad at Biden
Are you
for.
even listening?
I'm listening. I had to
Okay.
go reach for something, but now I got it. All right, go
All
ahead.
right. So let's see. Let's what what the f? Wow. Effing wow.
Don't like people making sounds while you're doing your thing.
Whatever.
Now you know what it feels like. Okay, I'm not doing it anymore. I did that just for the effect. Okay, go ahead. What's your problem with Biden, and why and why you're not going to say anything mean because you think your people are listening to us, which I hope they are. We're just
Oh.
worried there's certain people that are listening to us that could get us in trouble. So we this has nothing to do with Haiti or assassinations. I like to make
What
I
the
like to make
f?
that statement now. Has nothing to do with Haiti or assassinations. What Tekken's gonna talk about next. Tekken Master from Kansas is gonna talk about.
Um. So yeah, Mister. Oh, bipartisanship. Oh, my friends on the other side of the aisle. Blah 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 blah. And it's like every. Well, I guess there haven't been very many bills passed, but like the ones that have been passing. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll get back. I'll get back around to that. But like effing,
Yeah, because you've had this all planned. You've
reconciliation
had
has to
this.
be used because you can only we couldn't even get 50. We could barely get 50 votes, and then break the tie with Kamala Harris, and it's like. Oh man, it's like what was in your whole thing about like I can work with the other side and bipartisanship and we're all gonna be friends. It's like yeah, clearly that's a lie and that's not gonna happen. So that
It's not
was
for lack of trying. It's just somebody on the other end. They're playing the same game they played with Obama.
dude. It's like the X-Men. They're always gonna hate you. It doesn't matter what you do. They're always gonna hate you. It doesn't matter. Like they're never gonna be your friend. They're never gonna work with you. They don't.
Well,
They're your enemy. It's like it's not.
just
Don't try to be friends with them. Like
just Cyclops.
shut up. Anyway, besides that, speaking of effing bills, effing like Oh,
Is this the speech you had in your head?
no, I'm just going off the top here. So
Okay.
speaking, of, I mean,
There's a lot of
I had like there's like topics, dude. It's not like a whole
there's a lot of
speech in my brain. It's just like
there, there's a
it's
lot
like
of fluffing.
Joe Biden, let me count the ways, you effing effer. That's basically how it goes, Buff. Because it's like I just like
Fluffing.
got a list in my brain that's like just ticks off every time he does something stupid or just effing sucks,
Wow.
and it
If
just
there's
keeps
one thing we know
then he
about
just
tech,
keeps adding to it because it's like oh no. Oh yeah, it's better than Trump. But it's like how much better is it really? Because that's the lowest bar of like ever. So
well,
yeah.
if there's two words to describe Tekken Master, it's ticked and off. So it's all good.
All right,
Absolutely.
all right.
All right,
Back
go
to the
ahead. More
effing.
rage, more venom. Let's hear it.
So it's like let's go down the list of campaign promises. It's like I can cancel student loan debt. Hasn't done that yet, so still waiting. $15 minimum wage. Oh, that bill got proposed, and then like the effing Dims voted against it. The effing effers. It's like we had a chance to like actually get that passed, and it's like it's not going to get 60 votes. Let's just vote against it to give Joe Biden cover. Oh, corporate Democrats suck too. Let's see what else. It's like, but then what did you get, Tekken? What did you get? Oh, did you get like a nice new holiday, Juneteenth, to like commemorate the emancipation of slaves from Texas? It's like, oh, that was, you know, of all the things you could get, and it's like a new effing holiday. Go after yourself. It's like there's things that have like actual direct impact on my life, and a new effing holiday isn't effing one of them. And then on top of
Yeah.
that, it's like that's just the emancipation date for the slaves from Texas. And there's other states where it's like the dates are different. So it kind of normalizes that specific date for those group of people, and it kind of conflates the whole thing. So it's like, go with yourself. Um, let's see what else. Oh, dropping bombs on Syria. That was nice. Like, oh yeah, back to bombing brown Middle Eastern people. Integrate USA.
America.
Speaking of the Middle East. Okay, okay.
America.
Here's the thing.
Do you want to, when you say bad things about the United States, do you just want to call it like America?
No, I don't.
And then when there's good things, you just say, "Way to go, United States."
Whatever.
Maybe that'd be better.
Um, let's see. Oh, okay. Before I get to the whole Afghanistan thing, let's talk about the whole like infrastructure thing and like the fact that it's like just currently just sitting in stasis while like there's effing pipelines bursting and catching on fire in the Gulf of Mexico, looking like a Cthulhu rising out of the ground, or just like a lava pit we should throw people in. Um, and then you've got the effing like torrential rains from the current, I'm sure first of many tropical storms this season hitting that or like there's video of it like in New York and like flooding the subways and just like oh man infrastructure wouldn't it be great if someone could do something about that, not to mention the the power grid in Texas that neither works when it's hot or cold. Funny how that works. So that'd be great if someone could get on that and do something about that or pass some legislation. But whatever, don't have 60 votes. So what's it even matter? And then and effing then the one effing time. I mean, going back to the whole $15 minimum wage thing, when it's like we could have put it in, could have put it in the must pass bill that had COVID relief, and it's like oh we're just gonna like we're gonna pass through reconciliation. Didn't do effing the minimum wage thing, and then it's like oh guess effing what because it's like oh Senate parliamentarian says I can't do it, so I guess no choice I can't do it. Senate parliamentarian has more power and influence than the president. How's that work? They're not even an elected official. Huh? Funny how that works. Whatever. F them. Let's see. Next thing. Jeez, there's like, oh yeah. It's like back to Afghanistan. Okay. So here's the thing about Afghanistan. It's like a lose-lose scenario. Nobody wins, but it's like. After seeing his responses to like the reporters at the press conference, I don't think the team is ready for like what's about to happen when like things get really bad and Kabul turns into Saigon of like the now time. So that's probably like that's probably gonna be happening soon and like not something to look forward to. But hey, I wouldn't be great if like, if that wasn't the case, but it is the case. So like I said, lose scenario, everybody loses, and it's gonna be a whole cluster F and nightmare scenario. But hey, Joe Biden's president, not Trump, so everything's better, right? And then before, well, I guess that's not his fault really. Like the whole, I guess score one for Biden because the vaccinations are working. So people that don't have them are dying. So it's your fault. I have zero sympathy for you. Go for yourself. Unless it was like not your fault and it's like you just like live in some place where like the people in charge are like, oh, we're not gonna try to disperse the vaccine to our people because we don't believe in it. So and yeah, sucks to be. I mean, I shouldn't say it sucks to be you, but it does suck to be you. So, but yeah. Let's see what else.
Yeah, I figured that wasn't the end of your rant. So I just left it. I just want to let you catch your breath, and then click into the next point that you hate everything. So go ahead.
I mean, that was like the
No,
bummer
go
part.
ahead.
I'm
No, go ahead.
I'm, I'm just I'm
You're
just
doing
continuing.
good.
I'm just continuing my part though, because like that's kind of like the bummer part, right? It was like like
No, the
months
bummer part
ago.
is that you still don't have your $600. And I don't understand why you want to assassinate a man for not giving you your six
What are you
hundred bucks
talking
back.
about?
Well, that's how you got rid of the Haitian guy. You
Whatever,
assassinated him.
whatever.
He didn't even
Um,
owe you $600. You just didn't like the way he was walking.
um, wow. Oh yeah, I was gonna say about the whole like vaccination thing. Like the whole bummer part was like oh man, July 4th, 70% vaccination rate. Everybody's gonna party. It's gonna be great, and we couldn't even hit the target. It's like
That's not his
I just said
fault.
that. I just said that's not his fault, but it's like man, it's like you know, on the one hand, I mean that is like another lose-lose scenario, right? Because it's like well, Biden, you wanted this job, and now you got it, and this is what you got to work with. Have the people that are like, oh, let's it's like if someone broke into your house and like wrecked the place, wouldn't you want to investigate how that happened and the things and like things of that nature? Meanwhile, happens at the Capitol, well, we couldn't even get that either. So it's like,
Well,
this
that's
is
not
this is what
because
you
of
got to work with.
him.
I said that it's not his fault.
That's
So
because one party is covering the bases for their Lord and Savior.
that's the other
That's
thing. It's like meanwhile in the background, Thanos is like gone back to collect the gems again. So hopefully it doesn't turn out too bad like it did last time. I guess we'll see.
Thanos. Thanos.
So
That is the most, something right on the dot description of that man. Well, the killing half the nation, that he was trying his best to, but he did he only got like a what 150,000 before he got kicked out, but he tried.
oh, and then like, well, I guess this is also like not a Biden thing, but like just like the whole media coverage of it is like, oh, inflation, yeah, prices are going up, yeah. It's like,
Yeah, I would
dude,
expect it.
okay, stuff is happening because it's like there was like the whole like em- economy dead because of COVID, and now it's like coming
Hmm.
back, and it's like there's gonna be issues, man, when it's like stuff's going back to where it was from zero. It's like we don't exactly have like the uh
Chain.
supply chains, yeah, to like flip and go from like 0 to 1,000 in like a couple weeks when it's like everything's
Exactly.
roaring back. So things are gonna
Yep.
be a bit weird for a while, and then you know eventually it's gonna click back into place where it was. Maybe, hopefully, or not. We'll see. But then again, it could all just be
No, there we
completely,
go. Yep.
completely wiped off the board if there's some some other like Delta variant or like the Delta variant or something
Oh
even
yeah.
worse later on. That's like, oh, what do you know? Vaccines are completely useless and we're back to where we were a year ago. Who knows?
No,
Who
no,
knows what'll
no.
happen? The
It's
future's
for the
ignorable
people
and
who not
everything
take it. It's
sucks.
this Delta variant, and the other one that's not. That's gonna just. It's gonna make it. And you're right. If they don't get their shot, it's just gonna mutate those ones and make it into something that's gonna affect us all. Exactly. And then we're all in a different thing. Well, America is doomed. We're okay up here in Canada. We're all right. We're doing okay.
On a global scale, we're not out of this yet. That's just the point I'm
No,
trying to make.
no.
Because like,
Yeah,
I just saw
America,
something today about
India.
like Africa's like at like their worst point so far. Um, a lot of places in Asia like really bad, or not really bad, but just like
Well,
because they haven't got because like we don't have like supply of vaccination, so it hasn't
yeah.
been able to be spread out and
Japan and
dispersed.
China, and North Korea is finally getting their first hit with the COVID. I read that, so it's like that will be an interesting study on what happens in North Korea. That's all I'm going to say about that.
That's all I'm gonna say about that.
That's all I'm going to say about that.
Um,
Oh, you're
And
still going?
I mean,
Are you gonna pay?
the
Are
only
you,
other thing I have to say is like I wish when he does his press conferences, like he would do the whole like, "Come on, man!" Like that's his whole thing, and he doesn't do it when he like has a perfect like he has perfect setups from the press to like do it, and he doesn't do it. Like the other day, he was like talking about like the whole Afghanistan thing, and they're asking him, and he's like, "I want to talk about happy things, and you guys are talking about like negative things." But he could have pulled a whole "Come on, man!" That can be like his whole thing. It's
come
like
on,
he's like
man.
missing his opportunity to finally let his "Come on, man" out and like let it
Yeah,
be a thing, and like we can just be like a whole Joe Biden meme every day of like, "Come on, man."
come on, man. Like video games. Come on,
Don't be such
man.
a
Yeah, come on, man. Play Fall Guys.
ask more softball questions, man. Come on, that's
Come
too
on,
hard. I
man.
don't
Come
talk
out and
about
play Gap Nights, man.
Afghanistan.
Come on, man. Why don't you should just create the meme and just get it out there. Since you're a man who thinks in the future, just create it now, and then he will say it, and then everybody will be cheering. You know how it is.
I mean, there's some other stuff there about like the border immigration, blah blah blah. But clearly it's like, oh, you thought you were getting this, but you got that in that one because it's like still not better and still not resolved. So good luck with that too.
So when are you leaving this country?
Well, the border's still closed, Bo, so it's not really up to me.
Well, you could fly over the border.
Can I?
So, yeah,
Oh, I'll have to look into that.
might they might not let you stay, but you can always fly over. I'll meet you at the airport. Just
Just
let me know
because
which
they
one you're
say you
going.
can doesn't mean you can't, boss. I'm just like,
Yeah, just saying.
just because someone says you have to do
Just
something
saying.
means that you have to do the thing that they're telling you. I'm just like,
Oh, good. So you agree with the
there's a lot
people.
of rules, but
So
not everybody
yeah.
follows them all the time. I'm just saying. So.
No, just saying. Yeah, America. They don't gonna shoot me with a needle in my arm. Gonna track me. Gonna track me down. America. Not gonna take no needle. Take a shot in my arm. I'm gonna have my cell phone here
I
to
mean
track my
that is
position.
like I guess that is like I guess that would actually be like a plus one or like score one for Biden is like when like everybody that died last month was like not vaccinated. It's like tried to tell you, try
I don't think. No, that's not good. That wouldn't be good.
How's it not
No, it's
good?
like,
How's it not good?
well, you,
It proves vaccination works.
yeah.
And like I
Anyways,
said, it's like no sympathy for people that didn't get vaccinated because you had like very many months to do this. Unless like I said, you're in a position where it's like you live in this day where people are like, we're not gonna distribute the vaccine because we don't believe in science or whatever. So we're we're
science,
of the
science.
we're acolytes of the of Thanos. We're
Yeah,
outriders. Or what are those things called
that's right.
when he sends them out? Outriders or whatever. We're part of the Corvus Glaive and the Black whatever it's called. I can't think of it now. The Black Order. Yes, that. I gotta say, like
uh,
the way that they were like they were depicted in the films versus like when because like they were plucked out of like the Hickman run, so I thought that was like neat. But then they were like not the same, so it's kind of interesting.
yeah.
Because I I still think of that part when like Doctor Strange got like that weird thing put in his head and then got pulled out, and it was like really interesting. But then there's like nothing like that in the movies.
See, exactly.
Maybe next time.
All
Maybe
right
Thane
then.
will show up. Who knows?
Yeah. So before we go, is there anything more you want to tell us how much you hate it?
I'm done on the whole Biden thing, dude. It
Okay.
sucks.
Okay. This can I ask you a question about video games for a second?
Sure.
Death Stranding.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the most overly hyped piece of garbage you've ever played in your life?
No, I like this Stranding for the most part.
What did you like about it?
The story, the characters, the setting, the mechanics of like how you have to be. It was very interesting because it takes like a 3D character in like or not character that's a weird word but like 3D movement in a space in a video game and it like basically kind of rewrite it doesn't completely rewrite the rules but it does like a lot of different things with like what you're with your it subverts your expectations in that regard. That's very neat what it did with the whole movement and like carrying weight mechanic, so I enjoyed that. I mean, that being said, it's kind of like I mean, I could see how someone could find it boring though, because it is just like you're a delivery dude. So, but it's got a lot of interesting themes and whatnot from a story perspective. Also, it's
Okay.
just like super weird. There's like a lot of just effing weird and zany, whimsical stuff in that game. So this the Kojima sprinkling, as I all call it. But yeah, overall I enjoyed it, and yeah, it was also neat because like Troy Baker's like barely in it, but he has like an amazing performance in his the few lines that he does have. So I thought that was cool too. I also thought it was like a funny, like a like a funny, interesting like I'm not sure if it was like translation or localization or like what, but you had like three different characters with like man in their names. It was like Die Hard Man, Doctor Heartman, and then something something man. Crap, I can't think of the third one. Die Hard Man, the Heart Man. Ah, crap. There's a third one, but I just thought maybe that was just like a translation issue. Is like why is there three bleep blarp mans? Or like Mega Man named villains or not villains characters. Jeez, because those were not villains. Anyway, I just thought that was neat. A nice little Japanese touch in that game of like if you if you like look at how the characters like in their names and like how that works, it's like oh clearly this was like translated like this blah 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 mon or whatever.
Okay. So before we leave, is there anything else you'd like to say to the audience?
Hmm. Let's see.
Oh God, you got 5 minutes.
Oh man. Let's see. 5 minutes. What do I have to say? I mean, I'm looking forward to next year because I just feel like this year sucks. I mean, it's halfway through. Nowhere to go but down. Sorry to be a negative person, but it's like oh. So besides in Walker, which is November, and then even if I mean yeah, it's like Horizon. Even if it's not this year, that's cool because I've got Final Fantasy. So I'm not really. There's not like anything on the horizon for me as far as like super duper triple A. This is gonna be super duper awesome. Like salvaging the year that's been to like be like oh this is so amazing. So here's hoping next year's super awesome. I mean, there were rumors about GTA 6. I
Not
forgot what
till
it
20,
was. Jason Schreier tweeted something out.
not
Uh,
till 2025 though.
no, I think it was like 2023, 2024. I had to look it up, but let me try to find it. But it's apparently in the works, and it's gonna be more like five because I think it's multiple antagonists or not antagonists, multiple protagonists. But we'll see. I mean,
Perfect.
honestly, it's like there's just like one thing I want in that game. I'm not gonna say what it is. I guess I'll say it now because it's like I'm curious if Rockstar will have the courage to do it, but I think it's time for GTA to finally get a female protagonist. That would be nice. So I'm hoping that's the case, but we'll see.
Yeah, hoochie.
Whatever.
All right. Anyways, well, that was a very good conversation about your hate. So that's good. The more you get it out of you, the safer we all are. I think that's the key. So on behalf of
Oh,
Tekken
that's the other
Master,
thing, dude. Is like I'm
oh
sorry, I just
God,
remembered something. Is like all this like stuff about like effing
fluffing.
what's that word called when you like take something back, or not take something back, but just the fact that like
Renege,
a chainsaw's being
renege,
taken to like voting access and voting rights, and it's like
re,
wouldn't it be great if
renege,
someone could like do something about this and like or
renege,
something.
renege.
Not renege, but it's like that's not the word I'm looking for. It's just like the fact that there's all this voter suppression that's about to happen, and like
Oh, very
or
nice.
like when one side has to like one side's basically the way that they have to like try to win is like to just like do every underhanded tactic. It should clearly tell you that they're not the ones you want to root for or whatever. Or
Yes,
who's or they're not the people who's you don't want to be on their side because you're not the good guys. That's what I'm trying to say.
that's right. That's right. Exactly. And what better words to leave upon is that don't trust anybody. DTA. And on behalf
Yes, don't
of
trust anybody. Life sucks and then you die. There you go.
there you go. And on behalf of the great Tekken Master, this is Buff Larkin saying bonjour, meow, Akuda Matata.
Why would you say all that at the end when you're like signing off when those are all greetings?
That's the joke. Is that I'm saying hellos in the end. Anyways, have yourselves a wonderful day, and hopefully we will talk to you soon.
Yeah, that's right. Until next time, or till you hear from us again.
I'm the one signing off.
Oh, okay. My
Reverse. Let's
bad.
start
Do you
with
want to
the
redo
hand.
that, or do you want me to just go with it?
Meow. No, that's good. Sign off. Sign
Okay.
off. Good. Very good. Say goodbye.
Yeah. Until next episode, or not, whatever.